started. We're going to give all praise to honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Yahushua. Excuse me. Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you brothers out there. And it's another week. We're out here teaching, and of course, we're prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. And as you see, as every month, every day, goes by, right? It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse out here. And there's job losses, happening left and right. It's pretty much becoming anarchy in these major metropolitan areas. All right, you got World War III, continuing to build up. And that's ultimately the Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai's plan. All right, this place is destined for destruction. This whole world is going to get rocked. Here in America, though, in the Pacific, this place is literally going to turn into a wasteland when all these thermonuclear missiles come here and hit it. And rightfully so, okay? Because this place promotes nothing but death, destruction, all right? Corruption, homosexuality, thievery, whatever wicked thing you can, that comes into your mind is here in this place and promoted, all right? But if you brothers got anything.
In the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. All right, so yeah, let's say, man, it's all good, man. This system, we in America, man. This is the greatest country in the world. We got the military might. No, nigga, we got motherfucking Russia, North Korea, Ethiopia, Iran, Afghanistan. You got all of these nations, and they're going to blow this. It's prophesied that they're going to blow this place to smithereens in World War III, man. And when we measure the time with the scriptures, when you measure the time with the scriptures, you can see we're living in the time of the end. These nuclear, hypersonic, intercontinental ballistic missiles exist. And these people who run the government is crazy. These different nations, these people crazy leaders, man. They ready to press that button, man. And so all of the people in America, 2/3 of our people, they'll die by the sword, man.
And it's spiritual that the Lord let, basically He opened up the doors to America, so to speak, right? You have all these foreigners flooding into this place, and that was a move by the Lord because really all these people that are here are about to get judged, man. All right. A lot of these Northern Kingdom tribes, the reason why they came up here is really to get judged. Now, of course, there's going to be a few that are going to get saved because they're going to hear this word and repent, right? But the majority of them, they came here to get, to get fucking destroyed, to dwell in torment, as the scriptures say. Deal with agony, pain, sorrows. All right, because look, hey, these people, they still believe in JC. All right, they believe in adultery, okay? Homosexuality, you can't forget that. Fuck it, let's call it out as it is, faggotry, okay? Fuck it, I had to get it out, man. All right? And now it's gotta be raw and uncut, man, Because all this PC shit that this world has been pushing for the last, 10, 15 years, it's got everyone fucking soft now, man.
Drugs, smoke, cotton, man. Emotionally feeling that soft ass people, man. Every fucking body, all you niggas soft as fuck, man. Oh, we talking us too, right? The babies and shit. Fuck them kids, did. Like, I'm just talking shit, but this is real tough. Let me get another one, man. Ezekiel,
yeah, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, and verse 17, and it reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. And the Lord made us a watchman. That's what we out here telling you, so-called Latinos, Native Americans, you so-called Negroes, you niggas, that the Lord is coming back, all right, by way of prophecy. And we can see that, all right? It says, therefore hear the word at my mouth, and the mouth of the Lord is his prophets. It says, and give them warning from me. So that's the warning. This is the warning that's going out. All right?
And you guys are worried about how we speak. Look, man, you should be worried about what the Lord's going to do. All right? Because, look, you people are going to start experiencing famines, right? Because in America, right, people make fun of, like, those Ethiopians and all that in Africa, right? They're all skinny, got fat bellies, got flies, all over their heads. And that's just going to happen to you, okay? You people can't, you know, fast for fucking, you know, 3 hours. Always, yo, I gotta get this flaming hot. If it ain't fucking flaming hot, then it's a fucking Snickers bar. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever they fucking eat, man.
Yeah, you know, they put that shit at the gas station for the niggas nigga, I know a family going right now. These niggas eat gas station nachos all fucking day, Italian beef every day. Hey, motherfucker ain't never sit down and prepare no dinner in a few
The fucking special, man. Flaming Hots in a fucking blunt. Right? The fucking gas station special. God,
That's
Hey, so like I can get this right there.
this shit's weird.
Ezekiel chapter,
yeah, you got it.
Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 20. As they gathered silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
Hey.
All right? Yeah, that's the God of the Bible telling you niggas he's going to leave you right here in America. They used to have a church song I was going up, you be now behind. The Lord's going to leave your ass down here and beat him up in the back. You're going to be melted, man.
Exactly. Like I said, they're worried about how we speak, but hey, the Lord just said He's gonna melt you, man. Like, hey, man, you should be really concerned about how to avoid being destroyed. But you guys are worried about us because we said maybe shit or if you're a fake. They get worried about that. Hey, but no, you gotta call it out because you know what, man? Hey, because this is what really irks me though, man. You people worry about that, but look, you got fucking pedophiles running around, bro. All right, at your children's school, getting raises, by the way, because hey, out here, right? You got the Chicago Teachers Union, the CTU, right? They're getting all raises, man, over $100,000, and the majority of them in that fucking system are sodomites, man. But you're supposed to be cool with that, man. Fuck out of here, man. Then you wonder why all these kids are talking about that they've been molested, you know? They were getting fondled, and they're all bugged out, man, when they get older.
You can accept that, but you won't accept that we're telling you this thing to save your life. We're telling you the word of the Lord, who the Lord is. All right? And that's crazy. This is a perverse ass fucking nation, a perverse ass fucking place.
Galatians 4:15 said how they're going to become the enemies because I tell you the truth. They don't like to hear the truth.
Yep.
You know, and they are enemies now. But they're worried about us, but you have all this shit going on in the world that Esau is bringing in, but you still worried about how we speak,
Yeah.
how we bring it out.
It's like you look across the street, man. You got 3 people, right? From was it 2? Well, no, it's 2 there, 2 down there. That are with Planned Parenthood, advocating fucking murder, because that's what it is. Whether you people want to accept that or not, that child that enters into the womb, right? Hey, it's a living creature, man. Okay, it's a life force. Hey, because hey, literally, it happens when the sperm hits the egg. It literally lights up. Life got created right there. But they don't say a goddamn word to them, but they're worried about us. People are fucking wicked, man. That's why, hey, going back to what you read out, that's why you're gonna get fucking melted, man.
Hey, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are silent children. All right, they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. All right, and that's our people, man. And fucking silent children, your ass, drunk shit, you stupid, man. Our people stupid, man. All right, right. Brain in the midbrain. All right. You know, and they say they foolish, man. A bunch of goddamn foolish, man.
Oh, okay. I'm like that. I thought, okay, we get the conversation.
It says they're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. So we sit here telling you the ways of the Lord, and y'all still out here committing adultery. You still out here eating shrimp and fucking lobster and goddamn swine. See? See?
The scriptures say what? Our people are wise to do evil. You know, they enjoy this world because, you know, Esau gives them a license to sin, basically. You know, they can fulfill the elder prophet says all the time, the lust of their flesh. You know? That's why they like it here. My daddy says I can smoke a blunt. My daddy says I can commit adultery. My daddy says I can snort a line. My daddy says I can kill my babies. It's cool. He said it's fine, but it's fucking not. Hey, the scriptures say, hey, John 8:44, ye are your father, the devil, man. All right? And you're going to get the same judgment as this devil. All right?
Hands on the hand.
Yeah.
It's plain and clear. See, the scriptures talk about that they shall know death by pain. See? That's the only way that's going to correct these niggas.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat you out the win.
Church chapter 19 verse says, terrible is the end of an unrighteous generation. Okay, and this is the most wicked our people has ever been. You know, because there is Babylon the Great. You know, it's U.S. down with it. You never feel like, okay, then when we come out and we declare what the Lord says, okay, you still don't want to turn back. That's why the brother just read there. Why is to do evil, but to do good? They have no knowledge because our heart is destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because they have rejected it.
Yep.
Heavenly Father is when you got to see. They reject the word, the true word. They reject Yahweh Shah.
Now, this is 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So this is why these things are coming to you people, okay? Because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Hey, it talks about how the people are in what? Gross darkness, you know? Hey, you people don't know what's right and what's wrong. You're smoke. Actually, it's at a point now because Esau has polluted their minds, right? Where they actually think good is evil and evil is good. This is where we're at in life, man. In this, in this world. All right.
Given into the hand of the wicked. See, the hand of the wicked. If the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, everything in this society is going to more so be wicked.
Yeah. And this is why we get vexed every day. You know, I was joking with the brothers earlier. You know, we were talking about it back there. You know, because I'll be like, man, I look at Jake, bro, and I'm instantly vexed. I fucking smell Jake. I'm not even joking. I'm instantly fucking vexed, man. Like I told the brothers, I feel like Agent Smith in the Matrix. What do you say? It's the smell. That's how I fucking feel, man. Because, hey, bro, you look at Jake. That's man, second. It's funny. You can't make this up. I was gonna say, second you look at Jake, dreads. The second they walk by you, they smell like fucking weed, okay? And ass, weed, okay? Black bitches being loud as hell. Then you got these fucking goofy Latins, bro. Just, you know, especially out here in Chicago, they'll block off a whole fucking street doing fucking donuts, doing a takeover. Then you got the YN team takeover out here in Chicago. Hey, it's just fucking madness, bro. That's why it's like, bro, it's best just to get the fuck away from Jake. Go move to a white area. Go move to a fucking Arab area. A fucking Gook area. Yeah, they may, you know, talk a little bit of shit, but God, at least you got fucking peace of mind, so to speak. For a little bit, you know, because you're still in hell. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, it's actually worse being around Jake.
Yeah, niggas are worse. The main thing a nigga hate the most is another nigga.
Yeah.
And the answer is they best to take that nigga down. For no fucking reason. Just because he a nigga under the curses, man.
I will say it. It's a curse. It's a curse.
Shit's wicked.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse, I'll start at verse 9. It says, then shall they be, I'm starting at verse 8. It says, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation.
Seven.
Yeah.
Should be 7.
Verse 7, it says, and everyone that shall be saved shall be saved. No, it's like it there. Everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby he hath believed.
Yeah, that's an important thing, man. Okay, you're gonna get, because you have a lot of our people. I'll say this right. They say, I believe, right? I love God. Well, look, man. If you love Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, what this world calls, you know, ignorantly calls God and JC, right? Where are your works? All right, and works really show your faith. Because if you really believe in something, you're gonna follow after. You're gonna obey the rules and regulations or whatever it may be. Okay. But our people, they don't follow the Lord's rules and regulations. They don't follow the commandments. You know.
world is going to be sculpted around that belief. You see? And that's what it's only the prophets that's doing it. You know, day in and day out, we're fighting the fight. All right, fighting the way we were brought up in Esau Edom's world.
Yep.
You see? But Jake ain't fighting. You see Jake ain't fighting. Jake ain't turning back. And when I say Jake, I mean you so-called Native and Latinos, all right? You so-called niggas, all right? Y'all not turning back. And this is the word. This is the word that's telling you to turn back before the destruction comes, before Jacob's trouble comes, because it's coming.
Yeah.
Should say, the way Terry, wait for it. I'm paraphrasing the position. That's right.
Verse 8, it says, shall be preserved, 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. That shows you predestination. Okay, Ephesians, the first chapter goes into that. The elect were preordained, predestined, okay, to do what they're doing now. Okay, so you can't choose God. Okay, as Christians, I love to throw you gotta choose God. No, choose God. No, the Lord chooses you. Okay, you can't just come into this thing if you want to. Okay, verse.
Man, that's heavy, man. Because when you really look at all the brothers, man, like their backgrounds, right? You know, their age, their ethnicity, you know, their social class status, all that stuff, right? Like you can't. This is something from above, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of us were in some shit, man. I'll say it like that. Some shit. Okay. All right. And then I'll say this, even if it wasn't like, you know, the most like gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, because you can have somebody that literally was into like the fraternity life. That's some fucking deep shit, bro. And you have some of our people that might, because they look like another nation. Oh, I thought I was, you know, a white man. I thought I was Chinese or whatever. Now they're like, damn, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? When you really start thinking about this, like we were all in some deep shit, man. Like you had certain brothers that were heavy into Christianity, okay?
Islam.
Yeah, all this shit.
Islam is deep enough. Hey, man, that's the blessing of the Lord. That's beautiful. In Revelation 22 it says that the just be just, right? And unjust be unjust still.
Yep.
That's man.
That's why we don't.
You got it.
That's why we don't force nobody to get this. But we come out, we persuade, right? Because knowing the tears of the Lord, we persuade men. Okay, but we don't come out here, we don't force nobody to get it. All we're doing is we're fishers of the elect, fishermen of the elect. Okay, and that's what we're doing, we're dealing with the elect. That's what we're called to do. We're called to stop every Jake that walks by and say, hey, you know, you're Israelite, bro, hey, fuck them. If they don't want to hear it, it don't fucking matter.
They don't want to hear it either. Shit. Hey, this scripture talk about how they strive with the priest. Look, you try to sit down with these fucking niggers, bro. One of these spics of them. All right. Hey, next thing you know, you get into a fucking brawl. And you know how I know that? We've had experience out here in Chicago. Okay. So that's why, hey, fuck it. You don't want to hear it, good, man. Just beat it. I actually don't even want to tell you because scriptures say don't cast your pearl before it's swine. Why? Because they're going to trample you. I don't want to give you this precious, you know, wisdom and knowledge. Fuck you. This is for me and the brothers. This is my oil, man.
They didn't say, my sheep got here. We heard their voice. We stood our ass on the other side of that line. We took notes. We continuously, what they say, turned away from our evil ways, you know, to the best of our abilities. See?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 8 again. Shall be preserved from the said perils, shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. So I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And one thing that comes to my mind is that when we go into that word sanctified, it means set apart or holy.
Yep.
And that's a sign of who's really the elect, right? The ones who are worshiping the Lord in spirit and truth. Not IUIC or making an agreement with NOI, okay, and saying, oh, like, you know, try to restore the Israelites. That's not what we're here for.
Black man.
The Lord is about the real communities. The Lord is not about the community. What did he say? He said, I come not to send peace on earth, but exactly.
Hey, because I talked about, I mentioned that in one of my lessons this week. They got that whole like black man demon, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, black man. You know what I mean? Where they gotta, unify the black man. This ain't a color thing. This is a sea line, a nationality issue. Okay? Because going back to that one, Jake, that came up last week. That the elder spoke, too. Got him at work and all that. He's an Ephraimite. I didn't know that. I thought he was just some, speckled bird, Jake. So the elder told me he was actually an Ephraim. Now, if you looked at this dude, he literally looks like a straight Edomite, bro. Straight Edomite. So exactly, look like a straight hippie, bro. Look like I said to the brothers, he looked like the dude from Half Baked, the one that was like fried out of his goddamn mind 24/7. Okay, like real talk. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because they will see him and be like, "That's the white man. You're going into slavery. That's an Ephraimite, man." Now you're basically, blocking the door. You know what I'm saying? How does it go? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they got the keys to the kingdom, and they're not, giving it to them, so to speak.
Yes.
They're extremely wicked, bro. All right.
Right. Black is a social construct that came out in 1681. Okay, so if the world, now we say so-called black, okay, so we can give an understanding because as Apostle Paul said, we spoke to you as babes, and because you guys, the new brothers who come around, they just came out of the world. Okay, so we're not gonna just preach them with this deep wisdom and all this extra stuff. No, we say so-called black or so-called Negro, okay, but it's a social construct that was put on us in 1681. Okay, that really just means board of light. Okay?
Yeah, and the reason why all that stuff came about was through Bacon's rebellion, man. Basically, the lower level Edomites were mad that they weren't getting basically a piece of the pie, man. So the elites of those Edomites said, "Look, man, we gotta basically, satisfy these lower level Edomites, for lack of words, right?" So they basically started making those color terms and like, oh, well, we're all white now. But pre, what was you say, 1681? Pre that time, no one was saying white. They were saying what? I'm English, I'm Dutch, I'm French, I'm Italian, whatever it was. They never used white. But then during that time, they said, fuck it, we're gonna clump us all together. And then if you're so-called white, okay, now you get these benefits, okay, of this society. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of it too had to deal with the stealing a native land, okay? That was a huge part of it too. Because if they deemed you could be, because you have a lot of like Reubenites, a lot of Gadites, because originally we were all dark, all the tribes, right? They can, but if you looked more like the Southern Kingdom, so to speak, they would just say, "Oh, you're so-called black now." No, that's not your land. You're black. You're grouped with them. Now we're taking this. That's literally what happened.
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 13, it says, "But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men, for ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in." You see, and that's exactly what IUIC is doing. If you just seeing a so-called white man or Asian, Japanese just walk by, or they want to stop and hear the word, but you're saying go down the street. You got the keys to the kingdom, now you're just shutting it up. Okay?
And there's see this, man. A lot of these people. So there was this I don't know if brother's seen this video. There was this so-called biracial girl, right? She was for the most part looks Southern Kingdom, but you can see, okay, I can see what she's doing, right? But somebody asked her, no, this was a random street, and they asked her, what do you identify as? How do you deal with that? And she goes, well, I identify as being black. And then they asked her, oh, why is that? And she broke it down that, well, since my father's black, I'm black, right? And then she said, even my mother told me that, like, since your father's black, that's what you are, right? And IUIC did a whole segment on it, like, oh, that's just right. You are a Judite, blah, blah, blah. And they brought out Numbers 1 and 18. But it's so funny. The only reason why they said that shit, though, man, is because she looked fucking Southern Kingdom. But if she didn't, though, they would have a fucking problem, okay? There was...
That makes no sense. Hey, in the curses, the Lord said He's going to scatter us into all nations. There's 18 nations on the earth. So every nation has to have Israelites in that nation.
Yeah.
So that means what? It's not going to be as dark as I am. Not all Israelites are as dark as I am. Not all Israelites as light as he is. See what this is? The spirit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just fucking madness, bro. You know, like just how but see, you know what it is? They got that, like I said, that fucking I'm black, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They got that fucking spirit on them. And that's what, man, I still haven't gotten to that lesson I wanted to do. It really goes into that colorism, man. You know, it's really that was something that Esau pushing our people to divide us. Oh, you got different hair texture than him. You're better. Or you're lighter. You're better. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is fucking demonic, bro.
Little League.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy, bro? Because I wanted to do a lesson on colorism, so I was just starting to look some stuff up. You know that they said that Willie, I don't know, like Google and all that, they said that the Willie Lynch letters, because you know it's so popular, it's really because of us. And then through time, the past like 10 years, even like people in the world have really looked all this stuff up. They said that is, now they're saying it's possibly a
Fake, yeah.
possibly a fiction.
I did a lesson. I want to say I did a lesson like a month ago on there. I actually read the Willie Lynch letter, but then I also read it on Google. They're trying to discredit it and say that it never happened. He's trying to erase history.
Because there was called, if a brother can get it, the shameful spewing. Yep, that's what's happening. Esau is being made bare, and his history is very ugly. Okay, and it deals with nothing but rape, robbery, murder, lies. Okay, deception. This man has not produced anything positive in this world since he's gotten into power. Okay, look at his track record. Then when you look at his track record, now all of a sudden, you're racist. Right. Well, this is what your people did.
Exactly.
Now I'm fucking racist for bringing it out. And what's funny is we're taking the books that your scholars made and just stating it.
That was at a point in time where we couldn't read books, right? Esau, he put everything in the book. He put his truths in the books. See, and at that time they didn't. What did it say? Oh man, it escapes me. But still, he didn't think that we were gonna come back and understand what was read. Written in those times. See, but the joke is on you, because the prophet has risen up through the Spirit of the Lord. And the Lord has been, what is it, nothing that the capacity that should be revealed.
I was gonna say this real quick because it just came to my mind. I couldn't think of the term. They call it a critical race theory. Now it's a fucking theory. Now it's a theory. These things that you've done are just theories. We're all just making it up now. We all came as a collective group and say, you know what, man, let's start writing some stuff down. This is your history. So here you go, white man, this is your history. Get the fuck out of here, man. No, as Elder Malcolm has it, this is critical race facts. But whatever you go, Scott, if you can get that shameful spewing at some point.
Yeah.
What?
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, in verse 15. It says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drink drunken also."
Exactly. And Esau has given us our people, a carnal drink that's messed them up. Like Gad. They gave Gad basically, alcohol and just destroyed him, bro. That's one of the things that helped destroy him. And then even this, spiritually speaking, man, they gave our people this, this toxic fucking black culture shit. Got our people all fucked up now, man. I mean, literally, look at every fucking hood in America, bro. Fucking worldwide. Our people are fucking smoked.
Destroyed. It says, "Woe," back in Habakkuk 2:15. "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness."
And that's not literally.
You can point the damn finger at it.
Yeah. That goes into our shame.
Right.
Look
what they doing.
Because really, when you're not covered, you're it's a shameful thing. All right. And if you don't have, this knowledge, okay, you're naked. You're through. The scripture talk about what? You got to keep on those white garments. I think that's in Revelation. You know? If not, literally, if you don't have this truth, you are done out here. That's why our people, they're just out of their minds, you know, trying to go to Christianity. Oh, that's not working. I'm going to go to Islam. That's not working. I don't know. I'm an atheist now. I'm trying to get into the American dream. Fucking no, I'm back in Christianity.
Right.
Like, I'm a witch. I believe in stones and signs. I'm a Libra. You're a Cancer. We're not going to work out. What the fuck is this shit, man?
Now, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord, your house, right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Exactly, hey, that shameful spewing is on your glory now. Because everybody thought for the longest, so-called white man, Esau Edom was this pious, righteous, civilized individual. But now it's coming out that he's really the savage, okay? The beast man, okay?
Civilization, righteousness, epitome of being successful, the fucking, what they call that shit, the American dream, all of that bullshit.
And then it's funny because they're getting so mad, right? And it's really the elites that are doing this, right? Like, you know, like Europe, Canada, Australia, they're having all these migrants come in. Now, I'll say this, a lot of them are beast-like, you know what I'm saying? Because they do some fucking vile shit, these Arabs, these East Indians, Pakistanis, fucking Jake, whatever, right? But look, man, you destroyed their societies, you know what I'm saying, before they even got there. The reason why they're fleeing to these countries is because you literally, for the past fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 decades, have literally wiped out their fucking societies. You know what I'm saying? Turned that shit into smoke. Now you're mad that they're for refugees. You know what I'm saying? For refugees. Fuck out of here, man. And then really, don't be mad at them. Don't be mad at your officials, which we're starting to see that though. A lot of these, it doesn't matter, you know, just in general, these so-called white people, these Edomites, wherever they're from, they're getting mad at the government now. First they were, you know, fuck these, you know, Arabs, fuck these, you know, Indians, fuck these fucking blacks. Now it's getting to a point where they're like, man, fuck the government, they're letting them in here.
Man, you know, man. That's why you got them, like, you know, you got the veterans who are at the black flag, right? They're pretty much saying that they're gonna stand for their rights, their own rights, even if it's called to go against their own government. You see? And that's coming to pass. That's what's gonna happen. Right? These little ass militias that's been going around the country, they're gonna turn against you Jakes too, you know?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. They ain't gonna stop they swore. What Columbus do? Right. You best believe they're gonna be the same way.
It is beautiful though, man, because look, the prophecies have to come to pass, man. These things have to occur. There has to be a sedition amongst men, okay? And we're really seeing it unfold right before our eyes, okay? That these things are coming to pass. Because there's only so much that the lower Edomites, you know, these low-level people can handle, okay? The middle class, as they say, you know? Because those are the ones who really uphold the society, you know, that they're in. I don't care if it's in America, Europe, Australia, whatever. Those are the ones who are what did they say? The backbone, okay? You know? You see? But now that the middle class is starting to get affected and their, you know, goodies are getting stripped from them, they're pretty much saying, fuck all this, man. I'm fighting because I need my. Because look, man, here's the thing. Because you know, Jack is usually in the cities and all that, right? But look, these Edomites, they live in the suburbs. They got their 2 acres of land, you know, where they're able to kind of enjoy life, so to speak, right? Their kids can play in the front yard, ride, you know, bikes. You know, they can grow some crops. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, have a nice pool, etc. You know what I mean? Their kids go to a nice district. You know what I'm saying? They get a good education. And these things are getting stripped from them. I can't go on my boat that I bought on you know, 4th of July weekend because I don't got money anymore because they keep overtaxing. You got, that's how they think though, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is getting stripped from them. I can't go to the baseball game and get drunk because I can't afford it now because my groceries keep going up. I keep getting taxed. I got fines, fees. Come on.
This is my God-given right. I bought my fucking boat. I work hard for my boat.
Yep.
See? So you think they ain't gonna play? They gonna be mad. They are mad.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that second Ezra. Is it 15? It's 15, right? Yep. This is excuse me. This is that went, bro.
Yeah,
Shit, you starting to feel it, right?
It's hit my eyes.
Man, this is second Ezra 15. I'll start at 14. Because this is, like I said earlier, this whole world is about to get judged, man. It's not just America. America's just gonna get the worst, and it's gonna just get completely annihilated. All right, but this whole world is about to get rocked. All right, this is second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And look, there's going to be all types of clashes out here. You're going to have race riots, class riots, all right, political riots, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The left versus the right. See, this is what's going to come, all right? And it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
Those kings and those princes, you got your government, you got your police that's out here.
Yep.
All of these people ain't gonna be, they're not gonna come to your aid. We already seen, there's been so many different instances where the police were called and they're not replying. They're not going to, shit, you so-called fucking nigga. They're not gonna be there to help your ass out.
I'll just say this because I don't want to, put the brother's job out there. But long story short, he was telling us that he basically hold on, where's his job out there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll say it like this: that they have to literally wait. I'll say it like this: they have to wait for the cops to show up on the scene. And he was saying that, look, man, this stuff may take 30, 40, 50 hours, and they can't do anything. They were told fall back, and this was a couple years ago, man. They were told just to fall back because we don't want your basically lives in danger, So you gotta fall back. For your safety, that's fucking crazy, man. When you think about it, okay?
So it's gonna be like what's that movie Purge? It's gonna be like Purge for real.
Yep.
You see? And y'all fucking out here, you gluttonous ass people. Just hey, the famine is coming too. You got people invading your homes to steal your goods.
And you're seeing it already.
I do the same thing in guitar.
Bro, it's getting nuts, and it's
So I don't know
crazy
if
because
it's
some brothers.
one
Because
step or a half step.
I saw this the other day. So there's the north suburb, right? And this is a straight Esau, like this is his fucking world up there. You know what I'm saying? All right, because so you got the Chicagoland area, right? Now when you go north, that day becomes more of like I said, Edomite areas. Now in particular though, North Shore suburbs of Chicago, right? That is like top tier Edomites. All right, these Jakes went to Glenview and robbed these Edomites, man. It's at that point now. Yeah, in front of his house. We're at this point where it's not just happening in the hood, in the city. They are going to the suburbs, man. Where Esau should, in their mind, the suburb, I'm safe, everything's cool. They're getting robbed, bro.
That just reminded me a couple years back. I was looking at news come up in California because I used to be out in California, right? But the news article that came up, it was saying how that people who were millionaires, I said their homes were worth $5 million to $10 million. All their neighborhoods was getting hit.
Yeah.
Their neighborhood was getting hit, and it was wow, this has never happened before, But that's the thing. It's going to be everywhere. All right. You're not gonna have protection out here. The only ones that are gonna have protection is the ones that are calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. See? But hey,
And all these things are coming back on Esau's head, you know, because the majority of these people are Edomites, right? So they are, you know, that are getting robbed in these, you know, upscale, you know, areas now. Okay. Hey, you reap what you sow. But where's it? Where it says is that Matthew the 5th chapter where it talks about store your riches? Matthew 6 and what? This is Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. And you see, that's what we're doing. We're storing our treasures in heaven. All right, we're worried about the real investment, okay, which is in Yahweh Hashem Shai. And eventually that investment is going to hit. While you people are going to be suffering out here, hey, the men of the Lord are going to be laughing. Well, we're going to laugh at their calamities, right? It says that we're going to laugh at famines. We're going to, Second Ezra said, we're going to have an abundance. And the heathens can't do anything about it. They're going to envy you too. Okay? They're going to be mad that you got food, that you got clean, clothes on your back. Because hey, that's coming too, man. Hey, people are going to start stealing people's sneakers again. They're going to get like that. Right? It's going to get real nasty out here. And the scriptures say what in what is that in Isaiah the 32nd chapter, because it goes into the women, but it says what, many years and many days shall you be troubled. That's a time period. That ain't just overnight. And where's the
Right.
hey, but you're starting to see a lot of these women, man. They're making all these videos on TikTok and Instagram, etc., right? YouTube, and how they're basically suffering out here, especially the ones who are single mothers, man. Hey, because look, Esau don't got time to be giving you food stamps and Section 8 housing. He's got a war to pay for. All right? You see?
So all your little stipends and all your food stamps, your WIC, all of that shit is about to get taken away.
Yeah.
Then what the fuck you gonna do? You see, when we first came out here, I was actually thinking about, you know, Lord actually blessed me to be able to go to some of these other countries. If you look at Thailand, you look at the Philippines, you look at all of these other countries inside their countries, which we know are third world countries, they're the way they live, their way of living is totally different than here. See, they're worried about wars. They're worried about just not having control of their situations. But that's coming here. See, America has not been fucking touched. These people are full on pride. You can do what the fuck you want. You can say what the fuck you want.
No skills, bro. They're done, bro. Like the average American has absolutely no true survival skills at all, bro. These people don't know how to sew. These people don't know how to use herbs, medicines.
These people
all right?
don't know which way the sun come up and go
Yeah,
down.
exactly. Come on, bro. They're fucking through out here. This is a soft nation, bro. See, all these things that make your life convenient has made you suck. Especially you women, man. Okay?
That was that word convenient.
Yeah. Yep. Come on, because they're so used to just, I'm gonna go on my phone, click on my Starbucks app, get my my venti, all right, a caramel frappuccino, all right.
Let me order it, and I can order it from home. I don't even go nowhere. Yeah. It gets delivered to me. I don't even gotta leave my couch.
And look, I don't even have to pay for it because some simp is gonna about to deposit me $2,000 on my OF account
For showing them my fucking feet.
Come on, bro. But see, all this shit's going. This shit's about to go. Because look, men aren't gonna have money to just give you a piece anymore. All right. Then you got a lot of men. Cause see, it all starts with the profits. But I'll even say this: even these red pill guys, right? Fake deep motherfuckers, right? They're putting a spirit out there where men are just like, fuck these hoes, bro. Seriously, fuck these hoes. A lot of them are. And it's funny because I brought that up. I threw it in the group meet. How you had that one guy, right? You had the sheriff come to his crib, right? And I guess he must have been going through something with maybe some baby mama drama, or I don't know, somebody at the kid's school. But they called DCFS on him. and you know, sheriff show up with child protective services, and basically the guy asked him like, "You got a warrant? Like, are you gonna come in and get me? Like what right do you have to be here?" And they didn't say, "Yes, we have a warrant," right? So he made a point, and it's funny because the first time I heard this term was actually from Elder Malcolm, but now it's spreading, right? People are starting to learn the term color of law, okay? Which color of law is not actual law, all right? Those are two different things. Color of law is just basically them pushing, you know, something so much that now you believe it's actual law, but it's really not. Such as what? Title 4D, which is what? Child support. That shit is not actual law, which a lot of men are now knowing that this is actually not real law. Fuck it, I'm not paying, all right, this bitch, fucking $2,000. I got fucking $2,000 to survive on. So, hey, men are saying fuck it. So the reason I'm bringing that up is a lot of these bitches aren't getting this child support like that. Plus, a lot of them don't even know who the fucking dad is. This bitch got pregnant by some dude in fucking Jamaica, and then it, you know what I'm saying? They're pregnant during the fucking gangbang. All right, I don't know if it was number 1 or fucking 100. Okay, I have no clue. I don't even know their name. Everyone wore a mask and they just came in. I had the door open, and yeah, it was fucking power time.
That's coming too. The biggest things you see in the news as well. These bitches getting taken the fuck out.
Good. But it's good, man, because look, they've been proud for so long, for the past, let's just say about 70 years, you know, because that's when that feminism really grew up. Now what's happening prior to it, but it was really the 70s when it really struck, man. 60s, 70s, right? Well, let's just say 70s, right? So 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, going to 2020, so almost 60 years, bro, right? These bitches have been getting all these goodies. Now it's time to face reality. Mm-hmm. And look, Esau, especially for the Jacob, man, he already used you. All right, all right, I used you, now I'm gonna toss you away. I got bigger problems. And see, now you fucking black bitches in particular, but you can't forget the fucking Puerto Rican bitch or Mexican bitch,
Oh, my goodness.
right? All right, now reality's setting in, okay? Your daddy's got other problems to worry about.
Stop.
He was here taking care of you for so long, but like the brother said, hey, he got wars that he got to fight.
Exactly.
He's
Bigger
not gonna
problems.
hold your fucking hand in that war.
Because that's the funny thing, man. It's like, these elites were so worried about Jake, right? For the longest, now destroyed the nuclear family. He's all happy and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking ecstatic about it. All right? Now we're at a point where he's not even worried about Jake. He's got to worry about missiles coming from fucking China, fucking Russia, Iran, okay? Shit, fuck it. France, England, fucking Mexico, everywhere, bro. Hey, look, man, America is fucked, man.
Right.
Okay? Real talk. They don't got allies anymore.
So all y'all that think that they about to up and do some shit, yeah, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming.
Look, buddy, we got the best army ever.
Oh, yeah.
There's always some Edom.
You got how many fags you got in your fucking army? You know how many fags, bro? What?
Look,
I saw that video on goddamn I don't know, was it TikTok? And they went through all 4 of the branches, and motherfuckers doing goddamn what's that shit when they fucking throw their bodies on the fucking, I don't know what's Vogue bullshit. And these are men in uniform. That's why Putin sit there and laugh at you motherfuckers. That's why China sit there and laugh at you motherfuckers, because your military is full of simps and whips.
And then my thing is, bro, you can't even, basically, use these incentives to get Jake anymore.
Right,
They don't care about a fucking Hellcat and you know what I'm saying, and a fucking gun anymore.
Right.
Hey, bro, hey, look, why am I going to the government? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I can just blow up my shit.
Right, y'all stupid shit.
It's like I'm gonna fucking be a streamer. Fucking Jake sitting there, fucking sat there for fucking 16 hours playing GTA 5 and shit, playing Call of Duty. Got his own racks in the fucking background.
Yeah, he doing this up.
Hey, thank you for the donation. So thank you, bro.
Thanks for the dono, bro. A lot of these they supplant the system when they get into it. Cause I got a brother that's in the army and shit, and they just go supplant, get the benefits and shit, and then get the bitch in the army pregnant. I'm gonna leave. Right. No, I got bitch in the army. They still got the Hellcat, still got the shit.
Says they own them here, and the Park District says they own them.
That was so. That's always been a problem with CPS.
And so the money we get over.
So far.
So where we really want to start is
Start at 1.
making this around and like just taking the reaper and investment right there and everybody's
It's also on Isaiah 36.
Like, what's going to stop them from going somewhere
You can
else?
start at Isaiah 30.
it doesn't matter. They stack all that.
So Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1, it says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel."
Okay, let's
but
say
not
we
of
rework
me,
all this. They
that
just
come
push it
of
over
my
there. It's the
purpose,
same
but not of my spirit.
Hey, this is the counsel of the Lord right here.
if it's all
The Lord
redone.
speaks to his prophets.
Rework this and get
All right? This is the counsel. You're getting counsel. But you don't want to
I see. It's only one here and there.
It
I
says
see.
And so when
that
people set up
cover,
their shit
but not of my
like they
spirit,
can't set it up
that they may add sin to sin.
This is the only
And the reason why I asked the brothers to bring this out is because, look, it's still at the end of the day, though, right? You know, we're talking
This
about
needs to be
shit, right?
way more inviting to the entire.
So we probably should do this, but we basically
You know, people, are losing faith in it. But at the same time, they still believe in the beast system. You know what I'm saying? They still believe in it. Yeah, they'll talk all this shit. They'll go on their, little protests. They'll refuse to do particular things. But at the end of the day, they still believe in the beast system, and that's going to get them destroyed, man. All right? That's why we're out here to tell our people, look, man, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. But look, before the kingdom of heaven comes, this kingdom that you're currently in is about to be completely annihilated. And if you don't repent, okay, then you're going to get caught up in that annihilation. All right? And it's not going to be pretty as we keep talking about it. Look, I mean, like, honestly, you people got to really think about it. When there's no food or water out here, because I thought about this the other day too. What about medication? Because a lot of you people are reliant on these prescription meds to survive. Because that's what I was with my uncle. And he's got like a bunch of heart issues and shit like that. And my mom told me he's like on 15 fucking pills. And I think it was a little bit of supplements too. But she said it was all in all 15 pills you gotta take every morning, bro. Hey, the second that's gone, who smokes? Okay? Imagine when there's no electricity. Imagine when you can't use the toilet properly. Because hey, look, all this stuff is on the electrical grid. Okay? You are done, bro. No, you just see warfare everywhere. People getting raped in the street. You just see a bitch. Shit, fuck it. It'll be a dude getting raped by like fucking 5, 10 dudes. Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, you get an 8 air rate while you bring that.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, that story. Oh man, he's eating the dude. And what was it?
Oh yeah, in Venezuela, that was happening. This was a long time ago, bro. When that system was really crashing, they had like footage of this dude, these two dudes, right? Because what happened was basically they left the prison, and they just the prisoners were there to fend for themselves. This one dude was literally getting fucking raped while getting his ear fucking eaten, bro. It was the most wild shit that I think I've ever seen in my life, bro. Still to this day. It was just like, what the fuck? This dude's literally getting sodomized while getting eaten too. And he can do nothing about it but just scream and shout. But that whole prison, they basically locked them in there. But they were locked, they couldn't escape the prison, but they were able to walk around and do shit. And you're done. So, imagine all these things happening, bro. Come on. Diseases
It's
too.
going to be. There's going to be a time like none other that was never before seen on the earth. You see? Now we understand what happened in 70 AD, and we know about eventually Jake ate themselves. It's gonna be worse than that. See?
That's wild, bro. Like you really got to sit there and think about it. Your decision is like me starving to death or cutting off my arms and frying it. You know? Like you got to really think about the psychological, you know what I'm saying, like torment that is, man. Not even just physically, but like psychologically. Like you got to think about that, bro. And then you're already mourning and just fucking, you know, smoke. Your spirit is broken because you just ate your child last week. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is really about to happen.
When you say you shall eat my child this day and your child the next day, in the morning, man, the times that are coming are serious times. But y'all are not dancing to the music that's being piped into you. You see?
Then even if you survive all that, right? And going back to what the brother brought out, that Ezekiel, you are going to hell. How? That's the thing. How are you gonna outrun? You know what I'm saying?
Outrun a missile.
Thermonuclear missile. Not just one.
Millions.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Look up the blast radius of a thermonuclear missile.
Just one.
Just one.
Bro, I looked it up, bro. This shit literally, if it hits in the center of downtown, that shit is gonna go all the way to fucking Naperville, Aurora. That's like 45 fucking miles out.
Then these guys,
Just one, mind you, just one.
Then these guys stop the little one run, right? Nigga, you ain't the only one that want to run. This shit gonna be packed up, nigga. They ain't got pop out. Right, fuck out
It'll
of
be like in Noman. If you ever seen that movie, remember they're all like fucking tweaking. Everyone's running around. You know, he's all calm, cool, and collected. This means he already knows it's the end. You know what I'm saying? But what did he say though? He hugs his pops and what did his dad say? You know this is not the end. He's like, I know. Because they know about this. Some of these Edomites, they do know about reincarnation. They're going to fucking slavery. Like, stop it. They know this program. That's what's going to be your shame, man. Confusion. Trusting in this system. Trusting in your president. Okay? But you know what's crazy? These people are starting to catch on. And that's why they're making all these complaint videos on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. That's why you just see floods of these things, you know, popping up. It's like, it's common now. It's not just like one or two people, you know, it's like, you know, people talking about how they can't pay their student loan debt, all right? Their medical debt. You know, they're losing their job to AI. And, like I was telling my mom, we were, you know, going back and forth and stuff. And we were, she even said it herself because we were talking about jobs out here, how there's so little, and if you do find a job, it's like just some dead-end job, and like how she told me, she's like, yeah, it's like basically you're just surviving. That's all it is now. You're just surviving. You barely get a job at Starbucks, you know what I'm saying, Target, and you're getting paid fucking $15, $20, tops if you're he's a veteran, he's got rank for like
Yeah, my dad brought it up again because he was
you know
like,
what I mean? Like, okay, so we're gonna give him a couple extra bucks. What, fucking $20, $45? Bro, that ain't shit. Like, especially depending on where you're at, shit. You go to fucking, you know, LA, New York, Seattle, Miami. Come on, bro.
Yeah, even the if they moved the so-called minimum wage up to 25, you still wouldn't be able to fucking survive. You still wouldn't be able to survive. Right. See? But you know, it's Jake. Jake is just Jake. Jake is just fucking cool. Everybody else, the Edomites know what the fuck is going on. All these other nations, Jake is still out here wearing fucking purses and goddamn paintings. Fucking man.
Oh yeah,
Oh, man.
Jake is just lost, bro. Like, and that's why they have their leaders here. They have the counselors here, which is the men of the Lord. But they refuse, man. They refuse to hearken. So when this stuff hits, good for you, bro. Anytime I see these James people on club, hey man, I'll laugh. I clap. He was talking about it. Now I had to buy a fucking bottle.
Sit to that shit.
You know, hey, it's the truth though, man. It's funny because, you know, a lot of us brothers have been in our season now, I'll say it like that. When you first come in, you're a little confused. While, you know, the apostles and the elders will say certain things, the older brothers, but as you deal with this, you know, longer and longer and longer, your hatred towards Jake just keeps getting, you know, more and more and more.
It reminds me of last night.
You got it.
Good conversation. See, we're back to in that same boat. See, we see the same things that he signed up on. These fucking people.
Yeah.
This is Babylon 2.0, 3.0, squared. Shit.
Saudi Arabia doing some wickedness. Just gonna tap your fucking phone. You exit that shit.
Exactly, bro. Like, and that's what's so, man, the phone, it's funny, the phone, because you know the Lord, he doesn't just kill 2 birds with one stone. It's like 3, 4, 5 birds with one stone. But the phone, it's crazy because first off, it's the reason why it was created is for the Lord to push His word, for the message to get out. That's the main reason, right? And 2, of course, you know, it's all getting exposed and all that. But even these regular people out here, the internet is really they expose themselves. That's why the scripture in Job say, "Well, I didn't condemn thee. Thy own tongue shall condemn thee." All right, that's basically what's happened. You people are the ones who are putting everything, you know, on blast. Because why? Second Timothy 3:1, it says what? They shall become lovers of their own selves. So they gotta post how they, you know, hit this lick, how they, you know, fucking, you know, scam, you know, the system, whatever it may be. How they ran a cheating on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Man.
That shit he posted. Now he was fucking this Edomite dude wife. He's like, man, look, she on the phone telling her husband she got a overtime and shit, but I'm gonna fucking she pay up the hotel. Man, they called me and got that nigga fired, man. Then he talking about why y'all niggas broke, man. I gotta eat. Y'all niggas gonna get me fired. Nigga, your ass wicked, man.
Right, wicked as hell. But we see, I mean, that's what these motherfuckers have to do. Right. And like Bill said, we all want to understand why the Lord is gonna happen.
That's why the scripture say what? Be amongst godly men, right? That's why we don't fuck with, you know, people of the world. Now, of course, sometimes brothers have deal with, you know, maybe a fucking quote-unquote relative. It's all and these niggas are just related to you by real family, spiritual family here, you know. But point being, though, you know, you may have some dealings with somebody, you know, in the world, you know, like I said, maybe a relative, maybe a co-worker, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you have those moments. Maybe, you know, you might talk to your neighbor or some shit. But it's very short. You know, very, very quick. You know, deal with them for, you know, maybe a couple minutes. You know, depending on who it is, you may deal with them for an hour or 2. And then after that, you got to, you know, bounce.
You have to maintain separation. The Lord said, my mother, and who is my mother and my father? Or who is my brother and my sister? They're afraid. And it's the ones that are doing the will of Allah. See?
You have some, Mark? Yeah, get that real quick. I'm going to get what you got, Mark.
It's Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him.
Yeah, so you people are about to get pierced by the serpent, all right? Because the scriptures talk about how Esau's what, Leviathan? Okay, this in the book of Isaiah, I forget where it's at. It's 27, I think it's 27. But it talks about how he's a Leviathan, man. You're about to get pierced by the serpent, man. And it's not going to be for, you know, for your benefit, all right?
You see it from these nations. All these nations turn against this place because of everything that was promised. They didn't promise. They turned their backs on it. It was a poison. See, this what it says of money. What it was about.
I was gonna say,
I'm saying, how much more when you people go to the system?
yeah. And it's funny, man. Man, because that whole situation, you know, during 2020, you know, CV19, right?
What's up, bro?
That showed you what's going on, man. That showed you that these people had no faith, and whatever he said, they just trusted in it. You know, they folded immediately, literally like immediately. These people, hey, man, it was crazy because you know, this is wild, right? They folded, like I said, damn near immediately. Because I remember my dad, right? We were talking about the whole situation when it first came out, you know, with the, with the stab, right? And you know, we were going back and forth, and then, you know, I was just kind of keeping it like very what's the word I'm looking for? I wasn't getting too deep for lack of words. You know, I just kept it very simple. But I was just like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna take it. I said, you know, you don't really know what it is. Like, it just came with this out of nowhere. Who knows what the effects are, right? And I just said it like that. You know, may have said another, you know, thing or two about it. And he was like, oh yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it either. Yada yada yada. Man, I'm not joking. It was like a week or two later. So my mom got it first, right? And she was basically do her job, right? And my dad followed right afterwards. They got it. You know, they said it. But one thing that I noticed about these people though, when they got all that shit, it's like it was like you're a part of the group now. Okay, fine. So you became like a part of the group. And then, you know, the cool kids, hey, you know, everyone all started cheering and clapping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were encouraging it. And I noticed that shit, it's gonna happen again. You know, when they start introducing the shit, man. Everyone, hey, we got it. I got it too. Or he's about to, you know what I'm saying? And everyone, oh, you were a part of, you know, the in crowd now. You know what I'm saying? Because they looked at you like you were, like, you had like a fucking black plague or something. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have this, you know, the CV19. Like you weren't a part of the cool kids club now. But exactly. Going back to what we were talking about, how, because you were talking about how the money and all that. What benefit has that CV19, all right, stab done for you? Hey, the things that I've seen, brothers have seen, and few people in the world, what, people got blood clots? Well, mind you, they were in their prime, 20 to 30, active, right?
Heart attacks.
Headaches and stuff, you know. Because what they say, this is what Esau does, because he's slick. He'll say, oh, certain people have long-term CV19 effects. That's the term that they use. You know? Yeah, he's wicked as hell. He's so slick with what he does, man. You know, and all these people that got good heart issues, all right, vascular issues, blood flow, respiratory issues, like I said, big headaches. My dad, like, he's better now, but like it was like 2 years after he got that shit, he would be having some issues, bro. Couldn't breathe, the respiratory thing. His head was, you know, sometimes he would have his headaches. He never had that shit before, mind you. He was worse off about bullshit. Yep. So that's what's gonna happen when you guys take that you know, the chip, man. I don't care what you say. You know, like people gotta know. And look, if you take that, man, look, a lot of you are, because the scriptures say, well, Revelation, I think it was 16, talk about the boils in your hands. You know, a lot your body, because it's a foreign object, your body's gonna try to reject it. Okay, all right. And then look, that's before the missile. Man, you're gonna be burned. What is that? Revelation 14. Smoke. All right, literally. Smoke. He smoked. All right,
Jeremiah 17 above. It says, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and make a flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. So you cursed to be what? Trust in man. Hey, Esau, he was self-proclaimed right man. And even your goddamn self. Hey, your hope. your parts on the Lord, your mandate on the Lord, you on your own. That's what I'm talking back on the point was getting to. How these niggas still trust in this system. See, they complain. Like I was in a just looking though a couple years back. This nigga complaining like a motherfucker, man. I'm tired of just existing, man. We ain't living, man. I'm supposed to be somewhere in the Bahamas, man. Fuck bitches. All type of weird shit you talking about, but Jacob complained when you come, the Lord got to swear there. Yeah, you gotta stop being a nigga. Nigga trying to manipulate Esau to make America ready to get back into his old school system they used to do, and everything gonna be all good like it's supposed to be. Still fuck this nigga wife and all that. But no, that shit ain't gonna happen.
It's funny, Jake still, you know what it is, man? Jake wants to be in that 90,000 spirit here, man. You know, being a thug, being able to do drugs, fuck bitches, party, you know what I'm saying? And that's the spirit, you know, that fucking big spirit, you know what I'm saying? Alright? Always fucking R. Kelly, Fiesta, you know what I'm saying? Got that spirit on it. Big Pimpin' Jay-Z, you know, that's the spirit that they got on them, that's what they want to relive again. Look, bro, that's gone. That's 20 years ago already, man. Going on fucking 30, actually. You start going, you know, with the 90s and shit, like, come on, it's done. And here's the thing, what we're trying to do is to say, bro, we're going to be able to do this, right? You're going to have wives, not bitches, bro. You're going to have wives that no man has ever touched. Mind you, as much as you want, however the Lord sets it up, you're not going to be, you don't have to rent out a boat. You're going to own the boat, so to speak, okay? You're going to own an island, all right? You know what I'm saying? You're going to have people serving you. They're going to, here you go, master. You know what I'm saying? Giving you a plate of food, all right?
You're gonna be the top of society.
Come on, bro.
Look, what did I say? So, one of the things I know, you know, one of the things that I always think about is because of, you know, I was, I put a lot of stress on my body, maybe a little bit more than other brothers or, I mean, whatever. But the Lord said we won't be tired no more. We won't have pain no more. We don't have to fucking cry no more. See? This is what I personally think. No more fucking death. You don't have to watch your kids die. You don't have to watch your relatives die. Come on. That's
Isn't that worth fighting for?
ain't it?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to.
But these guys are like, nah, nigger.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
You know what? I still want to get that fucking same bitch that had 800 other niggas inside of her. Right, this year alone. Last week.
Bro, I got you, Revelation 21. I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. They shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
And that former thing is what we're living in now. It's this place right here. First and foremost, under the rulership of Esau Edom. See, that heavenly kingdom that's coming down is the whole elect, it's the men. The men that strive and fight, that has been fighting, that will continuously fight to the end. See? Because we see what we want. What did the Lord say? We won't have to fight no more. No more pain, no more tears. We're going to be a nation of kings and priests. See? Fucking 2 acres and a fucking mule. Whatever the fuck that bullshit was. We want our own kingdom.
Right.
So why not fight? Why not fight for something that's something that we inherited? See?
Thank you. And that's why we always say this out here, you know, Jake doesn't have a king-like mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a ruling class mentality. All right. Jake has been beaten for so long and just fed niggerism and black culture that all what they strive for is to fucking run a block, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking get a 2-bedroom apartment in fucking Hyde Park. Like, like a fucking castle.
One block that you don't even fucking own.
Oh, exactly. Because the second the white man comes, oh my God, they got their fucking tail stuck in between the legs. They're fucking pussies, man. Well, but then they'll say that we're soft. Man, we're on the front line, standing in great boldness, man, fighting for righteousness. What the fuck are you fighting for? A fucking blood and some used pussy?
That's it.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously, man. Our people are fucking just losers, bro. Fucking losers, man. Hey, this shit is played out, bro. Fucking, you got baby mama drama. The other baby mama, she had a kid, you know, a baby daddy or two before you. Yeah, you fucking, you can't even let your kids, like how you let your fucking kids, fucking, you let your kids outside, you're worried about that they're gonna get snatched, right, by some fucking creep.
Yep. Your civilization or your government is giving them fucking protection.
Yeah.
They're protecting them.
It's fucking played out, man. Drugs.
They're making laws to protect these motherfuckers. That's crazy. And y'all, and this is the type of society you want to live in. Your kids can't even go out like your kids can't even go outside without you worrying about somebody grabbing them up to do fucking foolish things with them, to do fucking perverse things with them. This society is not the society to fucking live in.
Exactly. Bro, it's everything, bro. Like, man, I'm just thinking of every little thing. You can't even go on the fucking train. You go on the train, somebody's smoking crack. Somebody's literally taking the shit, all right? You can't drive, you know, out here in peace. Like, I was driving here, you know, coming from the burbs. And bro, this fucking dude, he had no patience, literally. And it's like, damn, they're almost literally crashing into everybody. Mind you, this guy's got a fucking, one of his tires, literally one of his tires was a donut tire. You know, those things aren't supposed to go past 55, 60 miles an hour. This dude's going 80, 85. It's like, bro, that shit is gonna pop, and the next thing you know, it's a fucking multi-car fucking accident. All because somebody couldn't fucking be calm. This shit is irritating, bro. Then you gotta read every label. Fucking get a pack of chicken or fucking some rice or whatever. Looking at every goddamn ingredient. Fucking tired of this shit, man.
Processed, everything is fucking processed.
Okay, it's just all played out. Then you take your kids to school, right? Then you try to, I'm not really in the city anymore like that. Then you got Edomites fucking harassing your kids. They do one thing off, fuck. He's in the office again. For what? I don't know, he pushed the kids. What the fuck is going on, bro? Kids can't be kids anymore? Literally, bro, this is the shit I'm dealing with. Fucking getting suspended for fucking literally nothing. They didn't even find out the whole story of what was going on. Then when you find out, what was going on, well, shit, if he's suspended, you might as well fucking get the whole group then.
Say it again. You know what this is? 3 weeks straight.
So that's good. Exactly. So, so you just need salvation at the end of the day, man. You know? They say, hey, Micah 2:10, this is not our rest. And that's the thing with Jake, man. They try to run away from the curse. It's not going to happen. Look at even the ones that have money. It's all there. I'll say this, the more money you got, the harder Esau goes on you, man. Look, nigger, if you don't fucking, make this appearance, I'm gonna show the world this creepy, freaky sex tape, man. Okay? Look at fucking Shannon Sharp. I don't know what he did, but all of a sudden, there's some random fucking OF white girl that's saying that he raped me. Okay, bitch. If anybody had, half of a brain, you're gonna really believe an OF bitch? And he's, a top, fucking star?
Everybody gonna believe that shit. But if it was a fucking Edomite, Epstein ain't do that.
Whatever happened to Epstein?
You're right, what happened to him?
Right.
Worry about Diddy, whatever happened to Epstein?
OJ did it. Oh, no,
That's it, bro. They gonna believe that Shannon Sharp shit because he was like, yeah, she's so called. Yeah,
But, yes. Yes. Salak.
He said, yes.
Damn, bro. We gotta
I hope you see that,
get out of here,
man.
bro. Fuck, man.
Hebrews, Hebrews 13 to 14. For here have we no continuing city,
Yep.
but we seek one to come. And that's what it is. We seek one to come. Here, what the fuck you gonna do here with Moism, man? Weirdoism, idolatry. Hey, niggas always got their own form of opinion that they think it's above the Most High God. Well, you know what, brother? You know, I just feel, nigga, fuck what you feel. That's about how you feel. And we just gave all these examples. We ain't even touched the tip of the iceberg of what goes on in society, man. We don't want to be in this place, man.
I mean, these people, I mean, behind closed, man, I'm fucking watching this Sopranos, bro, and this ain't even the most vile shit. But the one dude was literally getting fucking sodomized by getting pegged, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting fucking pegged and he was doing all some freaky shit. You know what I mean? And this guy's a captain in their fucking, you know what I'm saying, in their world. Top tier man. While he's getting fucking pegged and being told that he's a little bitch and he needs to go work the corner, bro. Like seriously, I'm watching that. And here's what I'm thinking, though, mind you. God damn, you have a top man in Israel who knows, he might be having it done. And this is supposed to be a man of the Lord and somebody that's, you know, he's a leader? There's some sick shit that's going on out here. You got people fucking... Bro, for all we know, in one of these buildings, somebody's a goddamn serial killer and fucking cannibal at the same time. Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole Jeffrey Dahmer situation in a fucking apartment in Hyde Park. This is the shit that really be happening. Next thing you know, they're doing a fucking documentary special on HBO. What the fuck?
Never knew.
You got anything else? Oh. Shit. You got that, He was a Hebrew, right? What was that one? What's the second name?
'Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. That's what's coming. Look, men in the world, we're going to be straight. I said the men, women, and children that believe wholeheartedly in Allah, mercy on. Okay? We're going to be straight in those times. But you going back to this fool Esau eating, you going back to the system, hey, God was hopeful. See?
Ended out with this. This is so like a second Ezra 8:52. For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time is come, is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you, wickedness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality. And that's what's coming, all right, hey, to the nation of Israel. All these promises that Yahweh Shah, that he has for us, right? So we're going to end this lesson with that. We're going to all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, also the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. The salutations to all you brothers.